Did everyone else see the little black abysmal fish that went to the surface and just fell in love with her, and then later saw just how crazy tiny she was and just cried? Because I definitely did. So today we're going to become that anglerfish in all her tiny glory. Starting with craft foam sheets, cut strips to fit around your head and staple to secure. Add a cross strap over the top and then crossing 2 more to create a cap shape. Then tape down tissue paper around the edges and cover entirely in masking tape to create a cap structure to build upon. Next, cut a strip for the top and the bottom jaws. Next, we'll fill out the body, lips, and basic shape with tinfoil, tape in place, and smooth with a metal spoon on the edges. Cover everything with white duct tape. I'm using fillable Christmas ornaments for the eyes. Set aside for now and cover the whole thing in a layer of tissue paper and thinned down Mod Podge. After, add a layer of paper towels and Mod Podge to thicken. Now you could stop here, but I decided to add Crayola Model Magic to smooth. You can smooth it with water, which is great to work with, but the more you add, the more it's going to crack. It's already going to crack as it's on a solid form and will shrink down with the water loss as it dries, but I'm going to show you how to deal with those cracks later on. For now, sculpt the lines into the lips for details and dry the surface with a blow dryer to set the lines. Once you're happy with how the lips look, let the whole thing sit overnight to fully dry. For the eyes, I added a black circle in the middle with silver metallic gel polish on top, and I used a magnet for a cat's eye effect. Cover the rest in black and add a second dome with black around the edges for a layered look. I went for a glitter cataracts look. Here you see the cracking from the shrinkage on a solid form, but you can either water down Model Magic to fill the cracks and let dry as I'm showing here as an example. My personal preference is using a basic plaster to fill and smooth. It's really inexpensive and easy to find and work with, and you can work it till it's really smooth, but I just prefer to quickly put it on and sand at the end to save time. Now you don't need to sand a lot to make it really smooth. I'm leaving her a little bit bumpy on the surface as it's not really going to show in the end, but you can sand Model Magic as well to make it super smooth if you wanted to. Next, take thermoplastic beads and carefully heat in water. You'll know that they're ready to work with when they turn clear. Sculpt some top and bottom teeth in varying lengths and set on a curved surface to harden at the same shape. Add a ring of Model Magic to the inside of the lips and press in the teeth in place and keep them in order to glue in later. I added spikes on her back in honor of Candy Makeup Artist's incredible anglerfish linked below, and circles to hold her side and tail fins, and wired her light above. Smooth it all with plaster, and any hair thin cracks remaining will be filled in the next step of coating at least 2 times in liquid latex to seal everything in. Coat the inside and the outside with a black acrylic paint, and once fully dry, add a final coat of latex to seal. I used very thin cardboard for the fins, and I cut a triangle out of the bottom folds to help it fit. I stuck it to thick, sticky glitter vinyl paper on both sides to finish the look. I ended up cutting 2 fins for her tail because she's extra fancy. I had to cut the sides a little bit deeper to glue the fins in, and then added more clay around the outsides to support and painted it all to match. I then glued each tooth in place, and once secured, I painted the front of each with a UV reactive body paint to help them show under the light. I then threw on a blackout hood and a cat suit, and she was ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I know that you always have a massive selection to choose from here on YouTube, and I'm just so very grateful each and every time you take a moment to watch one of my videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!